Okay, sorry for that little interruption, but on with the story. Good luck finding that out. Perhaps it's a little place called Alpia. All that foolishness, the ruses, the informers, the secret flight from the palace. All that effort, wasted. Is that so? I can see that my lady still retains secrets. Would it trouble you so much to tell them to me? To you, Lord Ludwig? I'm afraid there's nothing to tell. Lady Lucia, I'm done with these games. You'll tell me whatever I wish to know. But I believe I already know your secret. We shall see. And there we go. There's our rewards. This is going to add a buttload of time to my, timer, but it is what it is. Let's continue.
Having anticipated Queen Elincia's attack, the majority of Duke Ludwig's forces left Felleray. The troops stationed in Castle Felleray were merely the bait with which to lure Joffrey and his troops away from Melior. In Joffrey's absence, Ludwig's objective is nothing less than to take the royal palace, and Queen Elincia with it. Lucia, foreseeing a possible attack on the capital, arranged for Queen Elincia and Princess Leanne to be secretly moved to Fort Alpia. Yet Lucia herself is unable to evade Duke Ludwig's agents. She is captured in the dead of night while attempting to contact an informant. Queen Elincia receives the sad news the next morning.
Endgame. Elincia's Gambit. So, we're guessing that flare sent out from Joffrey's troops means Ludwig plans to come for your majesty. He's probably marching his troops toward this fortress as we speak. Since it's come to this, I'd like to stick around and help. Let me know if you need me. I see. Thank you ever so much, Sir Har. I have one more question. What about Lucia? Have you heard from her? Is she safe? We found a man's body in the village safe house. We believe he was her messenger. We also found this. No! This is Lucia's hair! But how? Well, we assume that Ludwig infiltrated her network of spies and captured her. This is his way of letting us know. It also means she's still alive, which means we can still save her. Queen Elincia, it's up to you to determine the best course of action. Yes, I know. Royal Guards, arm yourselves and prepare to meet the rebel forces in battle. I will be commanding you personally.
Your Majesty, but you're the Queen. It's much too dangerous. Please, assign a subordinate to this duty.
I will not. It is my indecision that has allowed this rebellion to come this far. I refuse to run from this problem any longer. Lucia, I'm sorry. Somehow, I promise you, I will save you. Princess Leanne, Sir Lucci, this fortress will soon be under siege. What? Somehow the enemy has found out that I am hiding here. My two fine friends, you must escape. I sing and help Queen Elincia. No! Under no circumstances. I won't allow any such thing. I like help Queen Elincia.
Now, when my lady makes up her mind, nothing you tell us can sway her. And me? I'm sure you wouldn't mind having these old bones on the battlefield.
Sir Lucci, honestly, I couldn't.
Wait until you see. Even at my age, I'll be one step ahead of those freshly hatched whippersnappers.
Very well. I must prepare as well. I had hoped this day would never come. Amidi, the treasured blade of House Crimea, will awaken from its long slumber. Alright, Elincia is putting on her big girl pants, and she got her sword to go with them. Let's get ready for this epic battle.
Queen Elincia, a visitor to see you, Your Majesty.
At this hour? Who could it be? Good evening, Queen Elincia. Khalil,
What brings you here?
Well, you see, Lady Lucia asked me to give you a hand if you ever found yourself between a rock and a hard place, Your Majesty. She instructed the workers here at Fort Alpia to notify me if they thought you needed any kind of help. Lucia did? Lady Lucia has been taken, Your Majesty, but I think she'll be fine. Anyway, I know she will. She had the brains to set this up in advance, so I know she had a good head on her shoulders. Yes, you're right. Thank you, Khalil. Save the thanks for afterwards until afterward Luca Felleray's been taken care of. We can hold the party at my place. Sure? Yeah, I'm getting my words mixed up. These soldiers are extremely focused, given the hectic circumstances. They were very well trained. Lucia handpicked each one of them. Lucia and that official with the curly blonde beard. What was his name? You mean Count Bastian? Yeah, that's the one. Bastian, Count of Fair. He's usually considered the premier political mastermind of Crimea, but Lady Lucia is proving to be no slouch herself. Yes, I really don't deserve them. Come on, don't sell yourself short. What do you mean? Loyalty isn't just a personal trait. Most of it hinges on who's calling the shots. What kind of commander you're under. My first commander was only concerned with lining his own pockets. And next was the Mad King himself. Man, I don't ever want to go back to regular military duty. If Shahar hadn't asked me, I wouldn't have stayed so long. But he showed me what a leader could be. Someone who makes following seem like the most natural thing in the world. What about Benion's leaders and the Apostle Soniki? The Falcon Knights report to the Apostle, and the Draco Knights to the Senate. Of the two, the Falcon Knights seem happier. I've never actually met the Apostle personally. She sounds like a nice girl, but who knows? I see. But I'm just running on in the mouth. I actually came to give you this. A physics staff? I want you to fight for all your loyal supporters. Losing your leader is tough, you know. Sir Har, thank you so much. You only get this physics staff if you recruited Har in Part 2 Prologue, so you don't want to miss out on that. Yeah. So, the Amidi is back once again. This is a slightly better Brave Sword that only Elincia can use. Before in Path of Radiance, this had the exact same stats as a Brave Sword, but now in this game, they actually buffed it. This also gives her some extra defense and res when it's equipped, so have fun with that. Much like with Ilyana in Part 1, we want to take special note of some items that we might want in later chapters. If there's anything you don't want Elincia to have anymore, but you don't want to sell it, give them to Nephany, Braum, Heather, or Har. You'll be seeing them again shortly. You can keep that vulnerary. Actually, let's talk about Khalil for a bit. She's an all-rounder. Fire Sage with also taking a bit of Thundertone with her for some reason. But hey, it's there, you know. She comes with Nile. Always handy to have. Yeah, she's a very, very honest character, honestly. I know, kind of redundant using that word twice, but that's just how she is. She doesn't really excel at any one thing. She doesn't have any particularly clear weaknesses. She's just, yeah, she just exists. She's like very much a very middle of the ground kind of unit, and I appreciate that. I really do. Also, let's see. For this chapter, we're actually given a couple of random items for free, so take whatever you need. Use it however you will. Let's see. I don't think I need the secret book for anything right now, so I'm going to put that in storage. Same thing with the torch. I definitely want to keep the swords. Need that steel lance, like, right now. Keep the javelin, and you would like a steel lance and a hand axe. Grab that steel sword for later, and the steel bow. used up all of my grass last chapter, so I'll have to... I'll have to plan around that now, too, but that's okay. Actually, wait. Hang on to that meteor. I'm gonna need that for something here in a bit. I can give it away when I'm done. Okay. I want to keep at least a little bit of room open. What's in the shop? Heal med staff, healing items, recover staff, that restores all HP. Another slim sword, okay, that's silly. Elixirs are kind of expensive. I don't need that support. I think we're good. Really and truly do think we're good. Why would... Hold on. Yeah, why would he need a javelin over a hand axe? That's just silly, so yeah. You can have the elixir instead. And then... Actually, put the iron axe away. Instead, I want coin. Alright, here we freaking go. The battle will begin soon. I want both of you to promise me that you will fall back if in danger. Understood?
Fall back, Your Majesty. You're looking on account to the speed at which the Raven tribe retreats.
Huh, that's a relief.
Reporting, sir. Fort Alpia's gate is sealed, and they are readying their defenses.
I see. Lady Lucia must have arranged some way to warn the Queen. But alas, even if they were going to have all the energy and luck in the world, the Royal Knights wouldn't arrive for 2 days. In any case, there's no way we can lose, considering that we have a card which has yet to be put into the game.
Your Majesty, dire news. The rear gate is open, and the rebel army is storming in.
What? How could this happen? I think you'll understand once you question this man. You guard the inner garden, correct?
You scum! You helped the rebel army, didn't you?
Yes, I did. I did it because it was the best thing for the future of this country. Those Dayan murderers killed my entire family, and now the Queen bows down and wags her tails at them. This is a disgrace.
Silence! You're the traitor here. Prepare to die.
Wait! Killing this man will do nothing to help our situation. We have to halt Ludwig and his men. They're already inside. I'm going out there too.
Mordecai will fight for you, Queen Elincia.
You can count on me, Your Majesty.
Queen Elincia, Crimea needs you more than anything, and I reckon you could use my help. My homeland being ruled by a snobby stiff like Ludwig? Please, I don't think so.
Your Majesty, we would give our lives for our Queen. Allow us to fight.
Thank you, everyone. I am indeed the Queen of Crimea, and a queen does not hide. Our enemies are fellow citizens of Crimea, but we can no longer set idols that destroy the harmony of our nation.
Would our situation be any better? Just look at those fragile defenses. As fragile as the Queen's reign.
Oh, the Queen's taken command. I expected her to abandon her people, turn tail, and run for the hills. How preciously naive. We shall have to teach her for being overly optimistic can be fatal. Alright, this is the last chapter of part 2, and it's a doozy. We can either defend the throne for 15 turns, or we can knock out Ludwig. Getting to him, however, is not easy. There are plenty of enemies scattered throughout this map, and they're carrying some pretty tough weapons. You have snipers with crossbows, thunder mages, even just regular snipers with steel bows and steel longbows. Heavy armor knights with some pretty strong weapons. This guy with a hammer, these guys with steel poleaxes, this guy over here with a silver great lance. Good luck getting that. There will be reinforcements pretty much every turn to keep you busy, if you decide to just wait it out. And alternatively, if you feel like just storming the place, guess what? Thunder mages take out Par, snipers were gonna hurt Elincia. And your bird lagoos. That's a gap, so yeah, we need... Yeah, this'll do. If you are able to fight Ludwig himself, he's no slouch. He has a tomahawk, which is the best throwing axe in the game. He has Vantage, which he probably won't be able to use all that often, because this is an activation skill that previously was always active, but in this game, it is based on your speed stat as a percentage. He also has 2 authority stars. Ouch. So between his 2 and Elincia's 3, we're only going to get a hit advantage of 5 for this battle. Better than nothing, I guess. Let's play a little bit. On the first turn, Marcia shows up. Queen Elincia, I made it! Marcia, thanks to General Jeffrey, we spotted an ambush on the main road and snuck on an old highway instead. The Royal Knights will be here soon. I flew ahead to tell you, and to serve some traitor pie on my lance. Thank you. I'm impressed you made it back so quickly. My pleasure, Your Majesty. Now, which bookies do you want for late before the Royal Knights get here? I brought some items along to help us out, because we're going to need all the help we can get. Compared to Part 1 endgame, this chapter is still pretty freaking hard, but it's not nearly as ridiculous as before. Okay. Let's move you over here, you over here. Let's start off slow and easy. Jeez, this one's fast. Good. Oh yeah, so that guy had a bow gun. Crossbows are a little bit stronger than that. can attack that guy right away, or I can... I better attack the sniper. With a midi in hand, Elincia is a lot stronger now, but she is not invincible, so, you know, use discretion and all that stuff. You have a couple of partner units here to help us. Some generals, some lancers, some snipers, and even that thunder mage up there with bolting. You get one turn before that door opens to prepare yourself for onslaught. That wall up there is serving a nice little decoy in the meantime. Once it's broken down, we'll be able to use that as a ledge to hop between. But so can the enemies, so watch out for that. Heh. Okay, okay. This is gonna be risky. And there it is. Well, I'm gonna reset. See you in a little bit.